Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Amy, and today is the first recipe inspired by Outlander. I just love this series. The books, the TV show, the new spin-off. I just love it all. Claire, Jamie, Frank, Brianna, and Roger. I love all of them. And while it may fade more to the background beside the romance and the sweeping epicness of the story, the foods described in the books just make my mouth water. So, you know I had to buy both the cookbooks, right? Or two of the three at the moment, but I'll be getting that Outlander cocktails book, don't you worry. So anyway, I love Outlander and I love foods, so let's make some foods from the series. We're starting off with a nice, easy recipe, some roasted butternut squash from chapter 67 of A Breath of Snow and Ashes. And we're going to pair it with some roasted Cornish hens. So let's get cooking. But first things first, preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Okay, the hens take longer in the oven, so we'll get those going first. These always sounded fancy to me, just the name really, but they're really easy to make. We'll start with a simple but very tasty and flavorful rub. To a bowl, add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of coarse salt, about 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and some black pepper to taste. Now to these herbs and spices, add 2 to 3 teaspoons of olive oil to start, and then whisk this up really well until everything is nicely combined. It should be almost like an oily kind of a paste at this moment, but that's good because we don't want it to be too runny. If it's too runny, it will not stick to the chickens. To prepare the hens for the spice rub, pat them dry as best you can all over with some paper towels, like the top, the underside, under the legs, and the wings. If the hens are really wet, the rub won't stick. It'll just run right off the skin into the bottom of the pan, and that would be really sad because this is a really delicious spice rub. When they're dry, place them in a roaster pan or anything that has a rack in it so the hens aren't sitting in the bottom of the pan. Now coat both hens all over with the herb and spice oil rub, just like when you dried them. Make sure to get the top, the underside, under the wings and legs, everywhere. If the mix is a little thick, add a little more oil to it to make it more workable. When both hens are coated all over, pour about 2 cups of either water or chicken broth in the bottom of the pan, and then roast these in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour. The meat should register 165 on a thermometer if you insert it in the thickest part of the bird, and the skin is going to get nice and crispy. But make sure to let Cornish hens rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes when they come out of the oven. Resting meat after cooking allows the juices to settle back into the meat, so the juice doesn't just run right out of the chicken when we cut it, which keeps the meat from being dry. Now for our star, honey roasted butternut squash. Grab a small bowl and we're going to make the glaze first. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of honey, a teaspoon of coarse salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and 1 clove of garlic. Now you can mince it, crush it, grate it. We just need 1 clove of garlic in there. Whisk all this together until everything is well combined and then set it to the side while we prepare our squash. Okay, first we need to peel this monstrosity. You can use a peeler, a knife, however you like to peel squash, it just needs all its skin off. When it's all peeled, give it a good wash and then a quick dry because just like the chicken, we want this glaze to stick to the squash and not run right off because it's too wet. Next, cut this up into large chunks, like between 1 to 2 inch cubes, like really good sized chunks. And we want the entire squash here, minus the seeds and stuff, so we can scoop that out and discard it. Or, if you like gardening, you can save the squash seeds and grow your own butternut squash. Okay, when the squash is all chopped up, spray a 9x13 glass or ceramic baking dish with some oil and drop all of the squash in there. Then spoon the glaze over the squash chunks and toss or stir everything around until all the squash pieces are coated in that glaze. Then pop it in the oven too and bake it at 400 for 35 to 40 minutes or until the squash is cooked through and just starting to show a teeny little bit of browning. But pull this one out of the oven about halfway through and stir the pieces around again just to make sure they're all coated in the glaze. Then pop them back in the oven to finish roasting. When the squash is done, pull it out of the oven, toss the pieces around one last time in that delicious glaze, and then serve this right away. So my chicken and squash came out within 5 minutes of each other, which was perfect. And when both are ready, Dinner is served. Cornish hens can be served whole, but they're commonly served in halves since a whole Cornish hen can still be a lot for one person. So these two hens can serve 4 people as long as there's something yummy on the side, and this honey roasted butternut squash definitely qualifies as yummy on the side. It's sweet and spicy, and the squash is cooked perfectly. It's not mushy at all, but it still has that nice squash texture without being hard or crunchy. This recipe is so simple, but it has so much flavor, and it's so easy to make, it's almost silly. This was a stellar dinner, and I made this on a weeknight because the roasting time was really the only time needed. The prep took minutes for both. I think the longest was cutting up the squash, which still only took about 10 minutes for the squash and the glaze. And the flavors for both of these are just beautiful. It was a lovely rustic type of dinner. It just makes you feel warm and cozy, and you all know I'm all about warm and cozy. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment below. Are you an Outlander fan like I am? I mean, where can you go wrong with time traveling to 18th century Scotland and back? Come and hang out with me every Sunday for new comforting home-cooked recipes each week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you here next Wednesday because we're having meat and potatoes with Lord John Gray. Bye!